What's up, guys? It's your girl Caro and welcome back to my channel. This is episode 3 of healing our relationship with money, and as you can see, I am in a different location. I have moved back in with my mother. I have invested in our first Airbnb. Also, Adonis and I have started and invested in a new company. So all of this, if this is not healing our relationship with money, I don't know what is, girl. In this video, we're gonna talk all about taking risks, overcome my fear of not saving my money, but now investing it. If we're going to learn and heal from money and have a financial IQ, these are the steps that we need to take. If you are new to this channel, then I have been doing my research and trying to figure out the best way to make money work for me. How can I create passive income? Like, what am I gonna do? I have been saving money for 2 years. I was lucky enough and confident enough to quit my job. How am I now going to take the remaining of my savings, double, triple, quadruple it? I tried to trade stocks. I even took like this class, but it was just not for me. I started to read more about Grant Cardone and real estate and started to do more research. I can't afford a house in New York, right? A one-family house doesn't really work because either I live in the house and I pay the own mortgage, or if I rent out the house, then I only have one tenant, and if they leave or they can't pay, like, that didn't work for me. Invest in a multi-union, which is obviously ideal, but I didn't have the means yet to do that. So what I am starting to do, well, what I finalized, I invested in an Airbnb, and it is no secret that I am obsessed with Mexico. I have been visiting Mexico, doing my research on the government, on what new investments and what's upcoming in Mexico. Enough so that we finally, last week, I was in Mexico last week and we closed on our first house. So how did I even get the balls to go and look at houses and, like, you know, even put my credit application in and talk to a broker? Well, it all came from me learning how to manifest. I did a video about 2 years ago on how I manifested my luxury apartment. And the one thing that I say and I always talk about is putting yourself in that situation. My partner and I would go see luxury apartments, go have walkthrough with brokers. Even when we were in Mexico on vacation, not even thinking about an Airbnb, we went to go see houses because we said we want to be investors. We want to create passive income. Let's go see, not read, not listen, not watch on YouTube. Let's actually put ourselves in that situation so it can be real. Now it's tangible. And after going and seeing houses and houses, the next step was put my money where my mouth is and make the investment. Our brain, it only knows the things that we've experienced. So for me, I've experienced open houses already. I've experienced going to see developmental projects. So I was not scared to go and see more, especially when I was actually ready, because I had already been training my body, my mind, my emotions to do things like that. So it wasn't something new for me. I literally took almost all my savings, transferred it to someone else's bank account, never to be seen again. And the old Carolina, honey, now that I see my bank account, like, I would be doing resumes right now, trying to apply to other places. Would have been stressed, would have been like, what are we doing? Why did I just do this? What's the plan? Going crazy, right? When it was time to send all the money, I was not scared. I didn't doubt myself. I didn't even have negative thoughts, actually. Like, I was actually thinking, I'm like, wow, finally, everything that I've been dreaming about, learning about, I'm actually doing it. And I was excited and I couldn't wait to transfer my money because I now knew that my money is not just sitting in a bank account, being borrowed by other random people. Now I can say that my money is in real estate and my property has already increased in value. So, girl, okay. And I'm not saying just take a risk. Don't just take $10,000 and like invest. No, because that's not what I'm doing. I literally am doing my research. I'm visiting these places. I'm seeing more than one. I'm learning about the government, learning about the new laws, everything that I need to know, looking at my competition, and I'm making now an educated decision on what I want to do with my money so that in 3 or 5 years, I literally can be financially free. I just purchased the house last week, so we still have to sign up to Airbnb and all the other third-party Airbnb type of things. We're gonna learn that. I still have to furnish the whole place. And yeah, I gotta figure all this out and how to do it in Mexico. Moving back into our parents' house. I always used to say, like, when I actually moved out, I'm like, I'm never going back. I used to believe that coming back was failing. Yeah, so-and-so had to move back into their parents' house. You're like, ooh, like, they going through financial shit. But actually, I'm not going through financial shit. Does it make sense to pay rent, to now have a mortgage, to have invested in new businesses? Like, it just does not make sense to pay someone else's rent. Can we do it? Probably. We would be like up to here. I've done that already. Last year, I paid almost $30,000 in rent. That is literally like, I could take $30,000 right now and light it on fire. Like, that is literally what I did. But at that time, and I'm not saying that you shouldn't rent or you shouldn't buy a house, it's all subject to what you got going on in your life right now. And last year, renting did make sense to me because I wasn't investing in anything. Like, I was still gaining knowledge. So could I have used that 30 grand to invest in something else? Absolutely. But I don't know that it would have been a great investment because I wasn't ready. I didn't have the knowledge. It is a little setback. Like, would I have rather been in a luxury apartment? Who's gonna say no? There's nobody that's gonna say no. But right now, the best thing to do is be here. Not only do I get to spend more time with my family, I get to save money. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I spend more time with my family and I get to save money. Like, another thing about taking risks is being able to see a problem and find the solution for it. And what we did is we started a new cafe. It's called Stoned Coffee. If you don't know, I am a stoner babe and I really promote productive stoners, and I think that it's just so old. Like, everyone's saying like stoners are so like bad. Like, yeah, that's something that's in the 1990s. Okay, we're in 2023 now. So a problem that me and my boyfriend saw was that we don't drink. So we created a cafe that welcomes all stoners, and we're able to infuse our drinks with CBD and THC. And now us stoners have a place to go. Again, I have had so many business ideas. I say this all the time, but I wanted to create a YouTube channel 10 years ago. I never did. I always have great ideas, and the universe gives ideas to everybody. But the difference between people who are successful and financially free and others is that they see a problem, they have the solution, they gain the knowledge, and then they actually execute. And is it a risk? Yes, 100%. But I read yesterday, I think, there was a quote that Mark Zuckerberg said, in this world right now, the way that things are changing so fast, not taking a risk and staying still is the equivalent to failing. And let me tell you something. If Mark tells me something, I'm gonna make sure I listen, okay? I'm so grateful that I have a YouTube channel and that I've been able to document my journey so that I myself can go back in time and watch my videos and continue to motivate myself, because 2021 was a year that I worked and I saved everything I had. I literally traded my time for money. 2022 was when I literally cut ties with my job and invested in my mindset, in my knowledge, so that 2023 I can be executing all the things that I've already learned. Because staying scared, I would still be at my job. I would probably still be at like a bakery job, because in episode 1, I believe, of healing my relationship with money, and when I was comparing salary to hourly jobs, me switching from my hourly salary job to commission job was the first risk I took to change my life, was depending on myself. The second risk I took was actually quitting my job and being all into the entrepreneur lifestyle. And now, gracias a Dios, the third risk I'm taking is making investments. In the location that we invested and we purchased our house, it's like Tulum, Mexico. Like, it's growing. It's actually 2 hours away from Tulum. I'm gonna make a separate video about this, but I saw the growth. I saw how Tulum, Mexico grew in less than a year. I see it now happening, and I want to get in there and be the first investor. So if you feel like you're at the place right now where you're just gaining knowledge and you're learning, don't worry. Don't be so in a rush to invest. The most important thing is knowing what to look for. You know, like when I was shopping around in houses and even in luxury apartments, like I literally did my research for a year so that I knew what the difference between a good price and a bad price is. And I also did my research on the location. Is this a place where the government is investing, or is it a place where nobody really wants to go? Are the flight tickets, are they going up? Are they going down? I even got on the app on Airbnb to see, like, are there any homes? What are the prices? How do the reviews look like? Sis, we did it all, okay? And in this episode, I'm literally telling you the steps what to do. Do your research so that when you see an opportunity, number one, you'll be aware and you actually know what an opportunity looks like, but also you're not afraid to actually take the leap. And I know I've said this before, but there's no failing. Like, God forbid, my house, my Airbnb doesn't work. This business doesn't work, even though I don't even like to say stuff like that because I don't want to confuse the universe. But if something were to go left, honey, it would not even be a fail. A fail would be not even trying. A fail would be watching other people do it, reading the actual book, but not taking the steps and taking the action. So whatever is to come in the near future, like, I know for sure that I'm going to be 10 million steps ahead of the girl in 2020 or 2021 that did not even try. I know that my next home is going to be in an even better location. It's going to be an even bigger investment, and it's just going to give me that courage. This is giving me that courage that I need, because you only learn something for the first time once. So once I get this down pat, sis, I am literally going to share everything and we're both going to be financially free. I didn't experience this until really, really recently. It's not everyone is going to see your vision. Not everyone is going to believe in what you're doing. I know for me, when I quit my job, everyone's like, are you crazy? Like, this is the dream job you always wanted. You're finally making not over six figures, but you're finally making all this money. Like, what are you doing? Why are you quitting? It's only been like a year or two. They didn't see my vision. They don't know what's up here. They don't believe in what I believe in. And that's okay, because actions always speak louder than words. So with my actions, I'll be able to show the non-believers and maybe people that have never experienced or never had friends that have invested or quit their job or changed their whole perception on life. I am a first generation, so I come from people who take risks already. My mom and my dad, they took a risk. They're from Colombia, and they literally came to a country where they don't know the language. They didn't even know how to get here. I don't even think they had a plan, but they knew that there was a better way. So who am I? Like, I have no excuse to stay still and not take a risk. And you, because you clicked on this video, you are that one in your family, that one that is going to take your family to the next level. Not only financially, but also evolving subconsciously. Start talking to my mother and to my family and my friends more about my subconscious evolution, because I feel like it's my responsibility. If I know that the grass is greener on the other side, why am I not taking everyone with me? Like, Why? You are that 1-2 sis in your family, in your friends that are just gonna take everyone to the next level and continue to evolve. So thank you so much for watching this video. I'm going to be creating another separate playlist on how my Airbnb is going. I actually have a lot of footage of the house right now as it is. I'll be going to Mexico next month so I can show you guys how the heck we're gonna do this, because girl, we're learning together. Thank you so much, everyone, for clicking on this video. If you are not part of the family, girl, click subscribe, because we here to learn and to evolve and to have fun. And please like this video. Leave a comment if you are in your investment stage, you're looking to make investments. If you're still learning, give us some hints, girl, because I don't know it all. Let us know in the comments what you can bring to this conversation, and I'll see you in the next one.